Good morning everyone. So today we are starting with chapter number 17, that is human settlements. Okay. So what we are going to do today? Today we are going to see that what topics are covered in this chapter. Fine. So let's see here. First of all, we are going to understand that what is the definition of human settlements. Human settlements होता क्या है? Settlement का मतलब होता है when a person is settling down at one place. Okay. So when the humanity or when the early people they begin to settle down to take care of their farming, then they have to settle at one place. And that is why we began to understand that people need places to settle somewhere. So that is called as human settlement. So this chapter is going to make you understand that what exactly is their settlement. Then the second point is related to the first one, that what are the factors affecting human settlement. Means human settlement पे को जो factors है वो determine क्या करते हैं. अगर आप कहीं पे locate होते हैं, if you are going to live at one place, that there are number of things which we are going to see before settling at some place. So the major things of settlement is like there should be water facility over there. There should be fertile soil over there for farming, because in early times farming was the only way of earning money. Okay. Or means fulfilling their desires or their needs. So these are the factors which human settlements depend. So in this heading we are going to understand what are the factors which are affecting human settlement. Okay. Or what factors a human settlement or human being will see in order to settle somewhere. As we have taken an example of Indus Valley civilization. Why Indus Valley civilization is called as Indus Valley civilization? Because it is settled near the river Indus. And the early people, they began to settle over there because there was abundance of water over there and they needed water for their household purpose and for their farming also. Then we are going to understand that what are the classification of settlements. Settlements के कौन-कौन से types होते हैं. Now we have two types. First is on the basis of patterns. Patterns means shapes के basis पे जो division है, that is the classification, one classification. And in this classification there are 5 more classification which we are going to do after that. And in this for example, we have different kind of shape. For example, there is a circular, linear, radial. So these are the patterns on the basis of which the settlements has been classified. Then we are going to talk about on the basis of economic activity. Means उनकी जो लोग हैं, उनकी major economic activity क्या है? Economic activity can be of 3 types, as you all know: primary and secondary and tertiary. Okay. And tertiary. If a person or most of the people in a place is dependent on primary sector, then it is called as rural activity or rural settlement. If the people, most of the population is dependent on secondary and tertiary sector, then it is called as urban settlements. So depending upon this, there is another classification for us. Okay. So we have two types of classification. One on the basis of shapes of the settlement, मतलब जो houses हैं, जो घर हैं, settlements जो हैं, वो किस पे depend, वो उनका shape क्या है, that is the one thing. Another is कि उनकी major economic activity क्या है, उसके basis पे जो division होता है, that is on the basis of economic activity. Economic activity is 3 types: primary, secondary and tertiary. Then another thing is types of urban settlement. अब urban area में जो आते हैं, urban area वो होता है जहाँ पे most of the people are reliant on secondary and tertiary sector to earn money. Okay. So urban settlement कौन-कौन से होते हैं? We can take an example of जमशेदपुर, बिहार. जमशेदपुर जो है उसे हम क्या कह सकते हैं? एक इंडस्ट्रियल टाउन कह सकते हैं. Why industrial town? Because most of the iron and steel industries are located in Jamshedpur, and obviously most of the people and population is dependent upon these industries to earn money. So we can say that Jamshedpur is a industrial town. Likewise, we can take an example of Varanasi also. Varanasi is a religious town because it has so many people, it has so many temples. That is why a lot of people come here in order to worship. So it will be an example of a religious town. And lastly, urban and rural interdependence. Now, what is the meaning of the word interdependence? Interdependence का मतलब है that these two sectors, urban area and rural area, are dependent upon each other. Okay, they are dependent upon each other. Rural sector में अर्बन पे डिपेंडेंस क्यों है? बिकॉज अगर आप रूरल एरिया में रहते हो एंड यू हैव डन फार्मिंग, यू नीड ट्रैक्टर्स or you need transportation to transport your goods from one place to another. So we can say that rural area is dependent upon urban area. Likewise, urban sector is also dependent upon rural sector. Why? For example, if I have an industry of sugar mills, okay, or sugar mills, then to produce sugar, I need raw material, that is sugar, and sugar I will get from the rural areas. So this is how both these sectors are dependent upon each other, and it is very important for the fulfillment of the activities of urban sector. Rural sector is required, and for the services and for transport and communication, rural sector is again dependent upon the urban sector. So these are the topics which you are going to read in this chapter. Today I have just briefed you with what topics are there in this chapter, that is chapter number 17, human settlements. Thank you so much.